News at 5 starts now.
Thanks for joining us. We begin with breaking news. Police arrest a man in the death of a Richmond woman found in Amelia County earlier this month. Stephon Wallace is charged with first-degree murder in the death of 19-year-old Shanisha Walker. Walker was found in a driveway off Route 360. Wallace will be arraigned on Monday. You can stay with 8 News for updates.
Our top story tonight, the White House says every public school in the country should let transgender students use the restroom of their choice.
The letter is from the Departments of Education and Justice. And though it's not law, the government wants schools to follow it or risk losing federal funding.
8 News reporter Roxy Bustamante is joining us now with the latest on how this could affect students here in Virginia. Roxy?
Juan, I spoke with people sitting on both sides of this debate, and one thing they can all agree on is that students in public schools could soon be seeing this change, but it's still unclear exactly how school boards will handle the new guidelines. According to the guidance letter released by the Obama administration, when a child tells their school they are transgender, the school must treat the student consistent with the student's gender identity. Chris Friend says he feels this guidance is not a suggestion, it's a threat.
When you say you're going to lose your federal education funding, it's not a recommendation, it's a threat. And unfortunately, what this means is we can't have a reasonable dialogue about how to adopt policies that recognize both the struggle that some kids have with sexual identity while balancing that with the privacy rights of all other children.
Carrie Abrams agrees that it's threatening to take away public school funding if schools don't comply, but she says it's a necessary step for transgender students.
I don't want to see any school child, through any of the grades not get the education that they deserve, but in the same light, transgender kids are in a way being denied the education they deserve because they're being treated as outcast, different, abnormal, and they're not, we're not.
How to move forward without specific guidelines or reinforcement has left everyone with unanswered questions.
It's just beneficial to let kids and people go to the bathroom where they feel comfortable.
Have locker room facilities where they aren't forced to use a restroom that they don't want to use, but at the same time, let's protect all the other kids from being in really vulnerable situations.
Richmond Public Schools tell me they're reviewing the directive and are committed to creating a fair environment for students, but they do not say whether changes will be made. Chesterfield and Henrico said similar things, and they said they were going to handle the situations on case-by-case basis. Roxy Bustamante, 8 News.
In Gloucester County tonight, the most recent court ruling gives transgender teen Gavin Grimm the right to use the boys' bathroom, and that reverses school policy. The 4th Circuit Court of Appeals here in Richmond ruled restricting access is discrimination. Groups are now asking the court to reconsider.
Meanwhile, people around the country are pushing back against the president's directive, some calling it blackmail. Some lawmakers are calling it an ultimatum because federal school dollars may be withheld. Earlier this week, the federal government and North Carolina sued each other over that state's transgender public bathroom law. Now it appears Texas is ready to join in.
I am working with the governor of North Carolina, and we are going to fight back.
And today, we asked you whether you agree with President Obama's directive. So far, 88% of respondents say no. 10% say yes, while 2% are undecided. You can weigh in right now with what you think. Go to WRIC.com.
We turn now to the 8 News Storm Tracker forecast. Had a bit of an unusual occurrence today across the capital city. Sunshine, peaks of it anyway. Let's go straight to 8 News Chief Meteorologist John Bernier. We've been giving JB a hard time this week about all this weather.
And tonight outside, you're going to see those twinkly things up there. Yeah, those twinkly things. Don't fear. Those are just stars out there we're going to have for us. Finally, a break developing for us as we head into the weekend. We had the showers come through in the middle of the day. Now, we still have a couple isolated ones left around. I haven't seen any rumbles of thunder yet, but there is a little bit right up by Walkerton as you head over into the southern part of Essex County and King and Queen County. That's a little heavy downpour going through there. That's the energy at upper levels of the atmosphere coming through. That's sweeping out of the way. Temperatures jumped up to 74 degrees, first 79 degrees in Charlottesville, where the sun came out a little bit earlier out there, and 75 out in Roanoke. A couple showers around early this evening. They skedaddle out of the way, and then look at all those clear skies overnight for us. But there is another risk of showers this weekend. We'll talk about it coming up.
Thanks, JB. Don't forget, you can follow the sunshine on the 8 News Storm Tracker app. It's live weather in the palm of your hand wherever you go, and free right now at the App Store and Google Play. News where you live in Richmond tonight. Tonight, City Council's up against a deadline to pass a new budget. And as always, the stakes are high.
Their decision will affect every aspect of city services from public works to schools, which will get millions of dollars less than they asked for.
Let's go to 8 News reporter Nicole Williams, who's live outside City Hall tonight, where folks are about to rally ahead of this big vote. Nicole, who's there?
Well, there are few folks here already for the rally. They say they want their voices heard, and many of them say they want, of course, more money for schools. And now the schools are asking for $18 million more than what's been proposed. City Council has put up about $9 million or so dollars, and teachers are telling me that that is simply not enough. They're afraid that some schools may have to close. And also a part of the proposal, the schools, their budget is categorized, and so the money is broken up into categories. And what they're telling me is that this may create more red tape, that it's going to cause the schools to have to request approval to use the money for different purposes. And so they're saying that that's going to create a problem for the schools, and teachers here are telling me that they would like to see that change. Of course, the meeting is set to start at about 6 o'clock. We'll be here, of course, and we will bring you the latest from that meeting at 6 o'clock. Live in Richmond, I'm Nicole Williams, 8 News.
Tonight, the Richmond Fire Department is reminding you that they offer free child safety seat inspection and installation 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. It's available at the stations on Hawthorne, Semmes, and Maple Avenues, 3 stations in all. You'll recall on Tuesday, Richmond police say a 2-year-old who wasn't properly restrained died when she was ejected from a van.
New details tonight on allegations of violence against teachers and students at Richmond's MLK Middle School. We're learning more about how often police respond to the school. 8 News anchor Carrie O'Brien has this new information and joins us now live. Carrie?
Amy, Richmond police have responded to 82 calls for service to the school between November 16th of last year and May 10th of this year. However, the list includes all calls for service to that address, not just those during school hours or involving students. Now, 7 of those calls are listed as an assault or fight, but it is unclear if any students were involved. We do know 3 happened during school hours. There were also 4 calls for disorderly conduct during school hours. You'll remember Richmond schools told us yesterday they had done 14 stings for students walking off campus, and 15 students were referred for disciplinary review. Richmond Public Schools tells 8 News they take all safety violations very seriously and have taken extra steps to increase security. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for details on calls for service before November of last year. Stay with 8 News for updates. Carrie O'Brien, back to you.
All right, Carrie, remember, if you have something for the 8 News investigative team to look into, just email ireport8@wric.com. News where you live, VCU is increasing tuition for the 2016-2017 school year by nearly 3%. In-state undergraduate students will pay $358 more, while out-of-state students will pay $824 more. The budget also includes a $5.6 million increase in financial aid for students.
News where you live in Henrico tonight, where school officials changing the name of Byrd Middle School to Quioccasin Middle School expect to pay less to switch over their athletic gear. The school's replacing everything not purchased by parents. That includes jerseys, singlets for wrestling, and boys basketball shorts. It'll cost less than that $26,000 estimate. The school board approved the name change last month. Byrd becomes Quioccasin officially on July 1st.
A cyclist hit by a pickup truck in Richmond today. The driver is now facing charges. This all happened this morning at Mechanicsville Turnpike and Cool Lane. Police on scene tell us the cyclist got stuck under the truck. He was not wearing a helmet, but he's expected to be okay. The driver was cited for failing to yield.
More than $1 million of your tax dollars are gone tonight. They went to a foreign business that promised to create jobs here in Virginia, but then skipped town. Tonight on 8 News at 11, we'll investigate what happened to that money and if we'll ever get it back.
What happens when you want to make a difference in the lives of children who need some help reaching their potential? Well, one Governor's School graduate took her passion for education all the way to Africa. Here's this week's Positively Richmond. These are the children of Spark, charter schools founded in South Africa on the principles of service, persistence, achievement, responsibility, and kindness. They opened in 2013, thanks in part to Richmond's own Bailey Thompson.
I think the diverse population of Richmond, as well as the exposure to lots of different opportunities here, set me on an awesome path.
Thompson's days in the classroom at Maggie Walker, then William and Mary, opened her eyes to how empowering learning is. But she also realized not everyone has the same opportunity.
I really believe that my purpose is to serve underserved communities through education.
In college, she taught one summer in Houston and accepted a job in San Jose, California after graduation. But then she connected with Spark co-founders who were determined to turn around South Africa's post-apartheid education system.
For me, that is the absolute best part, is seeing people connect across boundaries that just 20 years ago they wouldn't have been able to.
Thompson believes with high expectations and confidence, children everywhere can succeed despite their circumstance. And while her vision is playing out across the world, Thompson says she's still positively Richmond at the core.
I grew up around people who believed in service to others, and that's the lesson that I've taken from Richmond, is like to commit oneself to a cause, to serve other people, to be of more use in the community, and to have grit through challenge. And that's why taking Richmond with me is really important to me.
And she is doing that. If you'd like to learn more about Spark schools and this Richmond native's role in them, you can follow a link in this story on WRIC.com.
And it's a good story.
Yes.
All right, let's take a live look now at the Lebanese Food Festival out in Glen Allen. It started this morning, goes on till 10 p.m. this evening, then through the weekend. Are they sitting in, oh my goodness, it looks like sunshine's out there. Imagine.
What is sunshine?
What is sunshine, right? Tasty grub. We'll have more details on the Lebanese Food Festival coming up tonight. And new on 8 News at 5:30, VCU students get their diplomas this weekend. We have what you need to know if you're going to the ceremonies or just passing through downtown Richmond.
And up next here at 5, changes to a popular crime reporting app, what you need to know if you use Nextdoor. Plus, why using an e-reader may not be the best way to take in information. John, we were talking about sunshine.
All right now, so your task for this evening right now, you run out to Sadler Road to the Lebanese Food Festival, grab some tabbouleh, then you head to the Diamond for clearing skies and a pretty nice night for baseball, about 72 degrees when they throw out the first pitch. Right after 7 p.m. So you get a little time to make it to both. We're going to talk about what you're going to see over the weekend coming up in a moment.
You're watching 8 News at 5 on this Friday. We're covering the news where you live.
And you have to say that is picture perfect out there after the gloom and doom we've seen all week from Doswell to Hopewell this evening. Stay with us. Juan, John, and I will be right back.
The sky is blue.
All next week on Good Morning Richmond, we're taking a closer look at apps that can make your life easier.
Yeah, what do you use when you're trying to get from one place to another? Is it the old school GPS or maybe one of the new map apps that are out there? We'll tell you which one worked best in our test.
Well, wouldn't you know it, finally the weekend's here, and as we start the work week, we get that sunshine back.
And Monday, another chance to win a $500 Target gift card. Easiest game in town. Join us Monday for Good Morning Richmond.
Welcome back to 8 News at 5. News where you live now. Changes are coming to Nextdoor. The website will no longer allow immediate postings on its crime and safety section. That's also an app. The company says some California residents were posting warnings that amounted to racial profiling. The site will now require people reporting a crime or suspicious activity to fill out several forms before a post goes live. Several Richmond area neighborhoods use Nextdoor.
News where you live in the Tri-Cities. John Randolph Medical Center in Hopewell is receiving an award for its stroke and heart failure care. The American Heart Association presented them with Gold Plus quality achievements. That means patients receive treatment in accordance with national care guidelines. Also in health news, reading on a screen may impair the way you think. Dartmouth College researchers found people who read on tablets or laptops tend to focus on concrete details rather than the big picture. That means they're more likely to remember a book character's clothing than overall themes of the story. Previous research also suggests too much technology can impair memory.
Interesting. It's really specific. I thought it was going to be more just general comprehension, but really detail versus big picture.
It's really astounding, especially with how popular that's all become. You never know that maybe people are not really getting as much out of their books as they thought.
Maybe not. Let's turn to John Bernier, who's got a great day today in the Storm Tracker forecast.
Yes, we have finally seen at least the return of some sunshine in central Virginia, and that's propelled temperatures to the west of us to near 80 degrees. Look at from Louisa to Farmville. They're above 80 right now. We're still in the middle 70s here over the area. As expected, the showers rolled in right around the lunch hour into the early afternoon. They've slid off to the east, but we do have a little second batch up here moving through the Middle Peninsula and down through the Northern Neck. You can see them right through Walkerton right now. They're kind of sliding right down US 17 over towards Saluda and that area, and also moving in, as you can see, to portions of the Northern Neck. Let's get those out of here and then allow for improving weather to move in over us. Because look at the sunshine coming in through the western part of the state. That clearing line now moving to the east of us here. We still have a few of those clouds around over us, but things are improving across the area. Back to the west, though, one thing I'm watching while this rain moves out of the way, here is the next weather system. It's on its horse, headed in our direction. This one's got a good punch to it as it comes our way, so it will reinforce the showers and thunderstorms tomorrow over us. Well, the sunshine before, then this guy's going to come through in the afternoon, give us a little rain. Temperatures tonight down middle 50s across central Virginia, so the skies clear up this evening nicely, so we get clear skies overnight. It's 61 degrees at midnight, the overnight low of 56. Start you off with sunshine tomorrow, but clouds start brewing up in the afternoon. 74 degrees at noon. We will have passing showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. 78, a couple of them, especially north of us. Maybe some gusty winds and small pea-sized hail, but nothing horrible. Mid 70s to upper 70s. A nice day for us for Saturday for once. So you start with the sunshine over us, and then here we go in the afternoon. Here are the clouds coming in, and then here comes the chance of showers and thunderstorms. They're to the east of us by early in the evening, then out of the way. It cools down into the 40s overnight. We'll start you with sunshine on Sunday. It'll feel a little maybe more like March-like temperatures with highs in the afternoon on Sunday only in the mid to upper 60s over us. So we get a couple of thunderstorms tomorrow, 78, then 2 days with temperatures of 68 degrees Sunday and Monday. Then the risk of a couple of showers making a return Tuesday and Wednesday as it's back to a slightly gloomy weather pattern for the middle of next week. But one thing that's back and it won't be gloomy on Monday, another opportunity to win that $500 Target gift card just by watching Good Morning Richmond between 6 and 7 a.m. Be the 8th call and we tell you to call.
All right, thank you, John. Caught on camera how one of the cheetahs at the Richmond Zoo and his canine best friend celebrated their first birthday.
Cheetah and puppy,
Aww.
cheetah and puppy. We have a song for it, too. All right, don't forget to become part of the 8 News team. Boy, will be happy today. You can join the fun when you reach out to us during breaking news in your neighborhood. Let us know what's happening where you live. iReport8 at WRIC.com or call the 8 News hotline at 330-8000. There's more here in a moment.
Welcome back. Happening now, we have another live look at the Lebanese Food Festival, one of the best in the area in the entire year. You can get lunch or dinner this weekend at St. Anthony Maronite Church, or you can stop by for some music and dancing. Looks like they have some great food on the grill right now. We have more information on our website, WRIC.com.
All right, we're wishing a happy first birthday today to Metro Richmond Zoo cheetah cub Kumbali and his puppy friend Kago. They celebrated yesterday by tearing open this giant present filled with treats. Delicious treats. They've been best friends, this odd cheetah-dog combination, since Kumbali was separated from his mom. You'll recall the Richmond Metro Zoo recently welcomed 13 more cheetah cubs. So we'll be celebrating more birthdays like this, kind of cool, before too long.
It looks like they are having as much fun opening the package as they are actually enjoying those treats.
The interspecies friendship thing is really interesting.
Yeah.
Why the cheetah is not eating the dog always intrigues me.
Some of those videos have gone viral online. People love to see that relationship.
That's cool.
It is cool. Well, 8 News is celebrating moms throughout May. This is cool, too. We want to thank Lavanya Johnson for this pretty pic with her mom, Doris.
And Sarah Mooneyham sent in this photo of her mom, Hiroko, from their trip to Japan. Remember, you can send in your photos, and we thank all of you ladies for doing so, to WRIC.com. And the 8 News Moms of May will give you a chance to win a $250 gift card. Stay with us. We're back in just a moment. Welcome back. Here's a look at your primetime lineup this evening on 8 News. It begins at 8 with Beyond the Tank, and then the tank itself at 9. You get it right. 2020's at 10. After that, stay with us for 8 News at 11. And a brand new half hour of 8 News is just about to begin.
And we have a lot of stories that we are following for you coming up. Hundreds of Virginia National Guard members prepared to deploy for 1 year. Here's some of their stories ahead.
In Vote 2016, see why presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump says the tax rate he pays is none of your business.
And drumroll please, meet the family who won millions of dollars in Saturday's Powerball jackpot. That story's new at 5:30.
Even splitting $429 million 8 ways, everybody's still plenty rich.
Oh, plenty rich.
Plenty rich.
Stay with us.
You will be too if you stay. In News.